do to make your dad more comfortable?
Yeah, so I'm kind of like this.
Dad was not enjoying that. And I was thinking, like, all I had to do was throw another audio kit in the car. The headphones won't have the volume on. It always seems that I bring that stuff into the window. If I don't bring it,
Oh, we get that. We're very much a family of like have everything in shape, and even say like my dad's like I don't have my daddy pack. And I was like, that is the one thing that you didn't bring today that you always bring. You didn't bring. So I get that. He is. I am.
that's great.
got me a little. I think I'm a creature, was born in the planet gold.
it's time to meet the starting lineups. And we're kicking things off with Team Mexico. And 2, Alejandro Diaz. Number 3, Luis Armando Cordova. Number 9, John Joel Hernandez. And your captain, number 10, Brandon Antonio Ramirez. Number 12, Carlos Abraham Valenzuela. And number 20, David Alonso Soto. And your libero, Alfredo Vasquez. Their head coach by Eric Hernandez. And now for Team Barbados. Number 3, Isaiah Francis. Number 7, Sergio Jones. Number 9, Dominic Durant. Number 11, Nicholas Russell Griffin. Number 13, Makai Athlete. And number 24, Nicoya Williams Bailey. Your libero, number 1, Jordan Thomas. And their head coach by John Stewart.
Hello. Welcome to the 2025 NORCECA Men's Volleyball U21 Pan Am Cup from the 7 Chief Sportsplex and Jim Starlight Center in Alberta. My name is Maddie Williscraft. I will be your commentator and play-by-play for this next match here. We have our seeding for 5th and 6th place. Mexico versus Barbados. Mexico comes into this match with a record of 1-4. Barbados 0-5. This year in the tournament, we only have 6 teams instead of 8, with unfortunately Cuba and Venezuela not being able to attend this year. Cuba was the reigning champion in last year's tournament in 2023, hosted by Cuba. Starting off here, we're already at 1-1. Couple of errors. We're going to get going here. Mexico's starting lineup signs up with number 2, Diaz, number 3, Ayala, Sorry, I'm getting caught up here. Nice dig by Barbados. Here we go. In system. Cross court. Out of bounds. We get some touches on there. We did. A little bit of touches on the block. Point Barbados. So sorry. And for Mexico, continuously with our starters, we have Hernandez. We have Ramirez. We have Grajida, Vasquez, and Soto. Barbados back to serve. Topspin into the net. Point Mexico. For Barbados, their starters are Francis, Jones, Dominic, Nicholas, Makaya, and Thomas. Back row attack. Popped up nicely out of system ball for Barbados. Cross court. Looking for that line. Just going long. So these two teams have really been battling over the past couple of days, and they have found themselves in what one would call maybe the lower section of the bracket, especially with Barbados not pulling up any wins. But that's okay, because we're here to play volleyball, and it's great that we have all... No. Sorry. We have an injury. Can we pan away? Can we pan away, please? Can we pan away from the court? Please? Yep. Just get him out of the frame, please. All the way. Yeah, we'll go up. Thank you. Okay, Barbados dealing with an injury here. from number 24, Nikaya. I think I'm just going to sign off here. Just going to give us a little bit of breathing room here. Don't want to have any extra audio. Just for those at home, we're going to take a little bit of a break, okay? Okay, I'll be back. Okay, and we are back. Just had a little bit of a delay there trying to get one of our athletes off and getting the care that he needs. Just dealing with a bit of an early onset injury here for Barbados. We will be seeing a sub, so that's number 24, Nikioa, coming out. We're going to have a sub. We're going to put the captain back in. We've got Hoiti coming in as a sub. Going to have a new lineup here, no problem. Okay, we play on. Mexico back to serve. Mexico up 3-2. Topper. Nice reception by Barbados. On the pin. Good pickup by Mexico. Out of bounds. Good swing from number 9 on Barbados, Dominic. Okay, Barbados back to serve. We're tied up right now 3-3 early on in the first set. Floater. Nicely placed. Handled by Mexico. Through the middle. Nice dig. Barbados sends back over a free ball after a great middle dig. Free ball calling to the right pin. Off the block and down. Number 9, Hernandez, getting his first kill of the match so far. Diaz back to serve. Wonder if we're going to get a split here. Nope, true floater. Nicely handled by Barbados. Passed up into the zone. Calling on the middle attack. Nice spot. That was a great route from Jones into his middle. Isaiah Francis back to serve for Barbados. Floater. Nicely handled by Mexico. In system play. Calling on the middle for middle. Great swing by Ayala. Yeah, Mexico's passing up some really nice receives right now. I think Barbados is still just trying to settle in. Obviously, just trying to find their footing. It's early in this first set. This is day 5 for these athletes of competition. Nicely handled by Barbados. Up calling on the C ball. C ball attacking the cross court. Through the block and down. Point Barbados. Jones has been doing a really good job at running his offense and spreading it around the court accordingly. We had a little bit of a lapse with our middles in the last match that they played, but the reception from Barbados is now becoming higher and higher, so we have more options to run. Mexico handled. Left pin. Rolly. Nice pickup by Hoti. Nice. Out of the pipe. Nicely handled by Mexico. To the C-ball. C-ball blocked and down. Hoyt versus Fernandez. This is going to be a really big matchup. Hoyt is, he's a strong lad. Just how I'm seeing him right now, he is a strong guy. So expect him to get a lot of really big blocks this match, especially coming as a sub. You have to do something. Nicely set up. Good dig. Here we go. Free ball opportunity here for Mexico. Nice save from Barbados. Nicely handled. Middle dump. Oh, good pickup from Barbados. Coming back over. Middle route. Tip into the pot. Nicely picked up by Thomas. Yes, great saves. Great hustle from Barbados. Here we go. In system play for Mexico. Pipe, blocked, and down. Barbados. Wow. That defensive pursuit from Barbados is just incredible, especially early on in a match. They say they're awake and they are ready. Really liking, though, how Mexico is trying to use as many offensive options that they have, trying to run the front and the back court, trying to see if they can get through this Barbados block. Floater. Out of system ball here. Coming to the left pin. High snap. Too high. No problem. Lots of game left to play. Garjita gets a lot of volume. I had mentioned this in the last game that they played, but he is definitely one of the #1 called upon outside pin hitters, and he's still trying to find the court, and that's okay. He's trying to go high off those hands. Would hope that he would go a little bit into that deeper corner. Let's see if he goes again. Nope, calling on the middle. Nice placement. Tom is getting underneath it and able to pop it up. Mexico getting out of that serve-receive rotation, getting a little bit of relief here. Garjita back to serve. Doing a really good job at the service line, at least in my opinion, but sometimes it's not okay for me to say that because then they go back and miss and then it's my fault. But topper. Yeah, see, I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to keep my mouth shut about that. Mexico on the receive now. Barbados up 9-6 early on in this first set. No libero on the floor for Barbados right now as we have a middle serving. We're not living out an opposite here. Nicely passed up. Oh, try to go for that power tip. Nicely recovered by Mexico. High to the left pin. Rolly. Oh, another recovery. That's clean. A little bit of a soccer coverage there. A little bit of football. Unfortunately, on the net where the antenna lies, there's a white line and then there's also space beside the antenna. And if you receive the ball, you cover it out of that area of the zone on the net. It unfortunately is ruled as out. Yes, good response here from Mexico. Really good look for that deep power tip down the line. 1-6 seam in that zone, deep 1, kind of shallow 6. That is such a hard area to cover because you have 2 defenders that are trying to cross paths, and when you get it right in that zone of confusion, creating a little bit of chaos, you'll have a ton of success. Really great heads-up play for Mexico. Barbados on the receive. Nicely passed by Hoyt. Wow, that's a lot of power coming out of that man. Just really want to shout him out. Captain of this Barbados squad. Didn't start yesterday, wasn't also in the starting lineup today. Was placed in due to an injury sub and just has been so incredibly solid. You can definitely tell why he's wearing the tape. Mexico handle that system. Nice ball. Here we go. Big block from Barbados. Good try in the pursuit from Mexico. Unfortunately, after that first contact off the block, it was going into the stands. Unable to bring it back. Barbados really rolling right now. Up 12-7. Don't have really any update right now on the Barbados player that was taken off the floor, and Nikaya, he is getting treated by our physiotherapist. Just in the corner here I can see, I believe that's Dr. Chase McFarland. Seems to be in better spirits. Assistant coach Valme Stapleton is with him right now, just giving him some support, but doesn't seem to be in too much immense pain, which is awesome to see. It's always pretty jarring when an athlete goes down with an injury, and just wanting to keep as many good vibes as we can sent towards that athlete. Head coach John Stewart still just talking to his guys, probably giving them a lot of reassurance that what they're doing not only is working but feels good. Just want to keep rolling with what they've got. Would love to be in that Mexico huddle and see and hear what coach had said. The head coach Eric Hernando Hernandez Guerrero, what feedback he was giving to them. Mexico handled nicely out to the left pin. Power tip. Nice pickup from Barbados. Oh, great pursuit from Barbados, unable to bring it back. Really great response from Mexico to use that other shot that you have. We have this thing that's called a toolkit, and that's where we put all of our options, especially as outside hitters, with a tip and a roll and kind of a push down the line. Really like to see him go high off the block and out of bounds, resulting in a Mexico point. Nicely received by Barbados. High up in the left pin, off the block. Here we go. Handled nicely by Mexico in system. Left pin. Down into the cross court. Nice rip from number 20, Soto. Trying to get him involved a little bit more here. Mexico's really been passing kind of towards that 3-4 zone, making the back set and even the middle run in front a little bit more difficult, but they are finding more success now with their left pins. Nicely handled by Barbados. Big swing. Nice dig. Long way. Coast to coast. Results in the free ball for Barbados. Let's see what they do here. Nicely handled. Calling on right pin. Woo! Baby! That's a lot of heat from Hoyt. But still, Mexico is getting a ton of touches. We've had a couple balls that have been planted, but Mexico is still in it. They're still there. They're getting great touches, and that's what you want. You don't want it to be a clean kill because then you had no chance anyway. At least if you're stepping in there, you know that you were almost there. Oh, big swing from number 10, Mexico, and Ramirez, unfortunately, too wide out of the sideline. But that route is open. He does have that sharp 1-2 area. There's a little bit too much mustard on it. Hoyt back to serve for Barbados. Barbados currently up 19-4, 14-9. So sorry. Floater handled nicely by Mexico. Middle route, yeah. Great response from Mexico, getting Diaz involved in the middle. Here comes the boom, apparently. That's what we're cheering. Mexico back to serve. Handled nicely by Thomas. Oh, a little bit out of the system. Finding that C ball. Calling on the right pin. Oh, Barbados called on the net. A little bit of conversation there. I think number 9 from Barbados and Dominic says he touched the pad of the pole, which you technically are allowed to touch. Timeout from Barbados. Still up 14-11, but not wanting to let this lead dwindle anymore. Also, we do have full live reffing for this NORCECA. We do not have anything such as Volt 6 technology, so we are using the human eye to make our calls and have our reviews. Our umps and our down officials, as well as our line judges, are doing the best that they can to give our athletes the best quality that they have. And obviously, throughout the game, we're going to make some really, really great calls, and we're going to maybe make a call or two that someone doesn't like, but ultimately, we're all human, trying to be part of the game. Just be really kind to each other and forgiving, please. But just want to thank our refs and our umps and our down officials and our commentators and everybody for making this all happen, and our statisticians. Without them, we would not be able to run this tournament. So Mexico back to serve, down 11-14. Floater. Nicely handled by Thomas. Nice off the block and out of bounds. Really nice high reach from Francis there. I like that Barbados' Setter Jones isn't scared to go back to his pin hitters. Barbados back to serve. Mexico starting a little bit more shallow. Trying to take this with their hands. Yep. Out of system ball here. Trying to get the power tip up. Good coverage. Here we go. Short right side. Here we go. Good pickup. Power tip. Oh. I think Jones was called for a center line violation. I'm not really sure. It was all happening so fast. Hoyt really got in there for that one-handed dig. I want to really point that out. That was a great defensive play. Mexico back to serve, down 12-15. Ooh, ace from Mexico. Handcuffing Hoyt as he tries to take this ball. A little bit of a shallow stance there from Hoyt. Could definitely see that he thought that this ball didn't have as much movement on it when he was contacting it as it did. Let's see if he goes again. Yeah, take it with the hands. That's awesome. Calling on the right pin. Yeah, block. Yeah, that's no. Yes, there we go. So Mexico, what had happened there is that Mexico had blocked the ball. It was going out of bounds, but it ended up touching the Barbados outside and Francis on its way out. That's why everyone was a little bit like, what's going on? Yes, the ball was out, but it touched somebody else. Barbados now losing their lead a little bit here, 15-14. Out of system ball. High. Ooh, switch up for a free ball. Here we go, Mexico. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Tip. Off the block and down. We are now tied at 15s. Lots of conversation here from head coach John Stewart towards his players. Just trying to get them to get back into their rhythm and flow. Diaz has been serving really nicely. Yeah, good rip into the cross. Kind of a middle dig, not really. For those of you who may not watch a ton of volleyball, traditionally your middles play in position 5. Diaz had come into position 6. Depending on the level and the team you want to play against, sometimes having your middles actually, quote-unquote, hidden more in position 6 is better for teams who know that outsides are hitting into those sidelines. Really, really nice route here that was just run by Mexico from Ayala. Just carving it back into position 5, trying to challenge the position 5 digger and Thomas right there. A little bit of a sub here. Number 20, Soto, is out. For number 5, Medina, going back, checking up a serve. Oh, nice float. Here we go. Handled nicely by Barbados. C-ball. Off of the block and down. Point Barbados. Just finding that perfect area between the blockers and the net. Sneaking that through. Francis doing a really good job, like I keep saying, of just fully extending and keeping the ball in front of him. Finding those gaps. Here we go. Nice up by Mexico. Ooh, overpass. Flush down, Boyhoid. Yeah, wow. He's really come in and made such an impact. Been really enjoying that. He's just leaned into this role that he has. Barbados back to serve, up now 18-16. Floater. Nicely handled by the captain in Ramirez. Calling on number 3, Ayala. Great cross-body shot right there. Kind of came in, he was opening up. It was a little bit to the side of him, and he just whipped through, kind of found that 5-6 seam, really challenging Thomas to really go to that right side that he has and go into a different zone. Really nice look for Mexico here. Topper. Handled nicely by Thomas. Jones. Hoyt. Rejected by Ayala. We're at 8 teams now. Number 12, Grajida back to serve. Topper. Nicely handled. Oh, here we go. Gonna go over out of system ball here for Mexico. Nicely played. Good dig. Out of system. Getting taken by number 9, Dominic. Oh, antenna. Really great use of that play there. We're gonna go off the blockers and into the antenna, resulting in the Barbados point because Mexico was the last team to touch it before it goes into the antenna. Really big brain play by Barbados here. Floater. Nicely handled. Calling on the left side. Rejected. Here we go. Good coverage ball. Out of system. Going again for Mexico and Ramirez. Good tip. Oh, oh, that's so tough for Barbados. Number 3, Francis, was right there expecting the tip, and it just came down a little bit too harsh for him. He was in the exact perfect spot, but ultimately just could not pop it up. Results in a point for Mexico. We are tied 19-19. Floater. Nicely handled. Here we go, Hoyt. Rejected, but out of bounds. Results in a Barbados point. Hoyt stands so shallow and servicey because he's trying to take every single ball that he can with his hands. When you stand further back, you have more room to get your platform out because the ball is going to drop sooner, so you can't always set it unless you really want to be moving forward. So starting shallower, you can take it up above. Traditionally have a little bit more control. It's a really big thing in the men's game to take servicey with your hands. Here we go, out of system. Okay, step back, nice swing. Here we go. Nicely dug by Mexico. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, number 10 from Mexico, Ramirez, the captain, being reliable. Really nice backcourt movement from Mexico right now. There seems to be a really nice fluidity here, a nice calmness that's coming from it all. Gonna have a sub here. Hernandez back in. Soto back in. We had a double sub. My apologies if I missed that. Number 5 for Mexico, Medina, and number 21 for Mexico, and Segnelli had ran the double sub. Now they're coming out just because it's time for their rotational. Here we go, left in. Yeah, off the block and off of the platform for number 3 in Francis. Barbados up 1, 21-20. Hoyt back to serve. See if he'll challenge the libero here, if he'll try to go to the front row left side for Mexico. Yep, front row left side. Here we go. Cargina going behind. Calling on Ramirez for Mexico. Here we go. Off the block and out of bounds. Barbados is really finding a good rhythm here, going off the block and off the hands of Mexico. They aren't going too high off the hands. They're just finding that sweet spot, really letting Mexico be the deciding factor and if this block is successful or not. And I really like that Barbados isn't shying away from it. Here we go. Floater nicely handled by Grajida. Yep. Oh, Barbados on the net. Hernandez really had to bring that ball around. I think it wasn't really in the zone that he wanted it to be. Kind of a windmill there. Still a decent play. Barbados ultimately using their timeout here, not wanting to be tied up in the red zone of 22-21. The red zone is traditionally what we would call any points going on after 20. The traditional scoring format for volleyball is sets to 25. Sometimes there is a cap at 26 or 27, especially in the youngers, maybe even some pool play. But normally it sets to 25, wins by 2, hopefully, quote unquote. So the red zone is in that 20 verse. It's about those 5 points between the win of the set and the win of somebody else's set. And then if we go to 5 and it's the 5th set, we only go to 15. Still win by 2. So some sets could go 32-30 sometimes, especially at this international level. We play all 5 sets. In the younger levels, especially in club volleyball here in Canada, we play sets to 3. So 2 sets to 25, 1 set to 15 if needed. Oh, mishandle by Barbados coming out of the timeout. That is not what they wanted to see. Mexico just really popping that in, letting Barbados kind of figure this out. Here we go. We're tied at 22s in the red zone. There we go. Nice response. Here we go. Finding the right pin. Tip nicely picked up by Mexico. Calling on the left pin here. Gargida rejected. Coming again. One more time. Yeah, tip over the block. Picked up nicely by Barbados. Woo, off the block. Keeping it moving. Francis, out of bounds. Really like the look of that swing. Trying to get some fingers. Unfortunately, no luck. Barbados now down 22-23. Jones and Gargida are just working right now. Nicely served, nicely handled. Good switch up off the block, tip cover. Here we go, can go over. Yes, that's considered a block touch. So we had 3 other contacts. Nice swing from Barbados' Francis down the line, and that's in. So after that tip attempt there, the middle blocker caught a little bit of it, and then we had another pickup, and then another contact, and then we put it over, because you're allowed to play 3 contacts after you've touched it off the block in indoor. In beach, it counts as 1 touch, so then you only have 2 more after that. Nicely handled by Mexico. Gargida, really good at recycling here. Ooh, getting a little bit tight. Nice joust at the net here. Ooh, a little bit tight. Here we go. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, Gargida is just getting a lot of these balls really tight and in that zone. And as an underside outside hitter myself, I did like a tight ball so it's at least in front of me and I can use the block. But it's falling into the zone that it's kind of getting the gut of the middle blocker on the other side, which is really difficult when you have essentially the best blocker already knowing that they're kind of trapping you. Plus you have somebody to that middle blocker's right-hand side also coming for you. So Gargida just getting a little bit what we would call trapped or trap set. We'd like to see it come off the net just a little bit, giving him a little bit wider room so maybe he can go high line over the block. We're really liking Barbados staying very aggressive and very calm in this situation, really trying to get the outcome they want. They're up 24-23 right now in this first set.
And let's see, we're at a set point, ladies and gentlemen.
Stand up, stand up. Now everybody clap your hands.
Potential set point here for Barbados. Floater. Nicely handled by Mexico. Going to the middle and down. Oh! Oh my. Oh my. I thought that might have been up. Barbados doesn't seem too upset about it. Wow, Hoyt is really just taking everything for this team. Really, really great offensive look by Mexico, though. I like that he went to his middle, really opening up Gargida to have a little bit of breathing room here. Floater. Out of system ball. Gonna go to a pin hitter here. Number 9 and Dominic going cross court. Nicely picked up by the captain for Mexico. Hernandez. Oh. Oh, Barbados getting called on the net. Head coach for Barbados, John Stewart, putting both hands on his hips and leaning back a little bit. That's what we would call an unforced error from Barbados, especially in this red zone here. Mexico back to serve. Still some time here. Nicely handled. Yep, go to your right side. Off the block and down. Really good look for Barbados. Mexico called on the net regardless. This is going to be a dogfight. We're going into extra points now. Floater. Handled by Mexico. Calling on the right hand. Off the block. Good pickup. Right side for right side here. No, nice pickup. It's coming over. Here we go. Do it again. Somebody do it. Yeah, nice in the cross court and down. Sorry, that wasn't the cross. It was that back door that we call in that 6-1 seam. Really been liking that both teams have been going to their right pins in the C ball, trying to get that involved, trying to see how we can move some things around here. Hernandez is actually in the front court, but he has been taking off a little bit later. I wonder if they're intentionally trying to run that route to create some more space in the block. Nice float. Handled nicely by Mexico, going for Hernandez. Hernandez off the block and out of bounds. Really good use. Dominic knows he got his little finger, turning around and walking away, knowing, oh, he got me. Hernandez back to serve, meaning we have a front court setter. Could be a potential for a setter dump or a C ball for Mexico. Oh, mishandle. Oh, almost a collision there for Barbados. Everybody's okay. Giving a good thumbs up from our cameraman doing his job, as well as our athletes doing their job. Everybody's good. Floater for Mexico. Into the net. Barbados back to serve. Floater. Nicely handled by Mexico, running the middle. Yeah. Hey, Allah is saying, I'm still here, guys. Don't forget about me. Really great decision from Mexico to run their middle in this time. Topper. Handled by Thomas, being forced in that position 4 zone. Hoya, cross court, coming right back over. Free ball attempt here for Barbados, going back to Hoya. Off the block and down, nicely covered by number 3, Francis. One more time, tip, right behind the block. Nice picked up by Mexico, results in a free ball. Ball isn't down yet, here we go, going back to Hoya. Block and out of bounds, Barbados. Mexico doing a really good job at getting at least 4 hands on the big outside, though, from Barbados. I will have to say they're closing that block really nicely, getting a ton of great touches. Barbados is just really locked in right now on their coverage. We're all tied up at 28s. Floater, nicely handled by Mexico. Pass up into the middle. Oh, good go. Oh, so close. Really great middle run from Mexico from Diaz. He is so strong coming out of that middle zone, and he's carving it to position 5, knowing that there was a middle in defense and no libero, who's traditionally your best digger. Really good touches from Barbados. Unable to pick it up, though. Nicely handled by Barbados. Going to the outside pin. Hoya, line. Wow. I didn't even think he had any line there, but also my angle's a little bit, it's a little bit tough. I'm right in the middle of the net, so I can't always see how far out they are, but really grabbing that line. Barbados and Mexico tied up at 29s right now, going into extra points for this first set. Floater handled nicely by Mexico. Yeah, off the block and down. That is such a great switch up instead of coming in full-fledged 4s, where the harder you hit the ball, the bigger the block's going to be. So coming through a little bit more of a whippy arm, trying to get the top hands kind of going up and out of bounds, results in a point for Mexico. Mexico up 30-29. Floater. Handled by Barbados, going to the outside pin. Oh, into the net. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this opening set. A lot of volleyball has already been played. Mexico takes the first set, 31-29 over Barbados. We still have so much more of the game left to play. Both teams are going to switch sides. We're going to get our lineups out there, and we're going to keep it moving. I'm going to sign off for a little bit here. I'll be back with you in about 3 minutes. And we are back for the start of set 2. Mexico and Barbados just kind of had a slugfest right there going into extra points. Ultimately, Mexico came out on top, up now 1 set over Barbados. Did a little bit of searching on the Google and found that according to the AI overview, the longest set score in volleyball history under this current rally scoring era was 45-43 between BYU and Grand Canyon University in the NCAA. And the old side-out scoring system, which we don't implement anymore, an even longer score of 87-85 was recorded in Czechoslovakia League men's match in 1979. Woo! Hoya! Man, Hoya has been lighting it up. I've been really enjoying watching him play. Didn't get to see him at all yesterday, so, and obviously under certain circumstances, coming in for an injured player isn't always what you want, but coming out and performing, that's what you want. Floater. Handcuffing Mexico's player. Here we go. Yeah, really got the captain off guard there in Ramirez. Ramirez has been taking a lot in serve receive as well. So every once in a while, you know, it feels bad when you shank a ball, but when you know you passed 8 or 9 threes to high 2s and it's that one that gets you, it can't be too mad. Jones back to serve. Setter in the backcourt, meaning Barbados has all 3 swinging options in the front. Missed serve into the net. Mexico on the board. Mexico, nicely handled. Calling on the pin. Here we go. Nobody back there. Head coach John Stewart putting his hands up, probably letting them know, hey guys, that's okay. Flew all the way back into that 6-5 corner. When you want to cover, you want everybody to kind of get into that zone. So I think he's like, you know what? I'll allow it. Here we go. Hoya off the block and out of bounds. Doing a great job of just finding a way. Handled by Mexico. Passed up. Middle route. Ooh. Somebody check the floor. I think Diaz put a dent in it. Ooh, here we go. Out of system ball. Off the block. Out of bounds. Really nice high use there. Nakai back to serve, playing in 6 back. Mexico down the line. Oh, middle dig. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I like the defensive pursuit. That's a really good spot if you're trying to get people off guard, especially with a middle and 6 back. You're trying to make a move, trying to make them guess. It's a little bit too deep for position 5, but too shallow for position 6. Really good heads up play from Mexico. Nicely handled by Barbados. To the middle, nicely dug here. Middle dig. Love it. Here we go. Off the block. Good coverage here. Mexico popping it right back up. Nice rolly. Yeah. Yeah, Barbados on the net, unfortunately. A little bit too aggressive on that flush down. Nicholas has been doing a really good job of patrolling the net. Just got a little bit too tight there. Maybe a little bit too much mustard on it, trying to get it to flow down. Mexico, nice floater. Nicely handled by Hoya. Pin. Antenna. Dominic just finding that antenna on his swing. That normally happens when you're trying to turn too much to one area. I could see he was trying to go cross, so I think maybe set got out there a little bit too far. He was probably coming a little bit too shallow. No matter though, we play on. Here we go, going back. Yeah, go back to him. I like that. Nicely picked up by Mexico. No libero on the floor for Mexico right now. Free ball attempt for Barbados. Here we go, calling on the right side. Big swing through the hands of Mexico and out of bounds. Francis back to serve, starting to heat up a little bit more here early in the second set. Mexico up 6-5. Floater, nicely handled by Mexico. Yeah. Through. Oh, nicely taken out of the net here. Got another attempt here, free ball. Oh, little setter attempt here, no problem. Yeah, give and go with the middle. Nice. Here we go. Some jousting. A little bit of scramble. Heads up play. No left side here available. Calling on the C ball. Big rip from Francis. Couldn't find the court. But once again, Hoya just finding the next available guy. Got a lot of bodies falling down for Barbados. Tons of defensive efforts on both sides. Just hoping that you give the ball to somebody, because sometimes they're there and then the next second they're not, because they're on the ground. Missed serve from Mexico from Hernandez. Looking for him to run the C ball for the next couple of rotations. Mexico has a front row setter, allowing the front row setter to dump. But Hernandez is such a big arm. Probably going to see him getting led over the 3-meter line. Give a lot of float into that C or D ball that they want to run here. Let's see if they go to him. No, left pin here. Nice. Oh, nicely dug up by Turner. Yes, great joust at the net. Won by Nicholas. Really good heads up play by Barbados, especially in such a quick turnaround. Thomas dug that ball, came right back over, and then we had to keep it moving. You always want to be, allegedly, the second person in a joust. I think you should just always aim to be the strongest. Floater. Nicely handled by Mexico. In system play here, going to the middle. Oh, Hoya got all of that. Ayala getting an opportunity here, but when you have 3 sets of hands in front of you, ultimately 6 hands in front of you, it's hard to pick a lane where to go, especially because they've been going towards position 5. Didn't expect the left side to help out there. Really nice move. Nicely handled by Mexico. Yep, Hernandez a little bit too much lead there. Free ball opportunity for Barbados. Yes, power tip down on the line. Oh. Head ref saying, no, my decision. Had one lines judge call it in, had the other one call it out. Each lines judge has their own, basically, set of eyes they're to have. Sometimes it's the width, sometimes it's the length of the court, but ultimately the head official will be the one to make the call. Hoya also just giving him a little bit of a hand, saying, my bad, just, wanted that point, but I'm not going to argue. Nicely handled here by Mexico. Great rally so far. Nice touch. Just a little bit too far to run down. Really nice response from Mexico here. Going up 9-8 now. All of us back to serve. Out of bounds. Nicholas back to serve, meaning no libero on the floor right now for Barbados. I wonder if Mexico is going to try to capitalize on this, maybe out of the C ball. You can see the setter for Mexico, Soto, looking towards his players, and it doesn't matter anyway because that ball was served out. Yes, there's always a lot of talking in volleyball, a lot of communication, a lot of in-huddle, like high fives, kind of moving each other around, making sure everything is good. Always having to make sure that everybody knows what's going on, especially as a setter being super verbal. Really nice route run from Barbados. Got a bit of that block touch there. Francis just hit so high. There is such a, unfortunately, there is such a small gap between getting the point and not getting the point because he hit so high. Is that, oh no, you hit so high. But also Mexico putting up such a solid block. I know they're probably frustrated that they're getting just slightly touched. Really good lead by Mexico. That was a nice float serve. Thought that was going to probably drop in on the end line, but they stayed calm. They said, nope, not doing it. Soto back to serve. Nicely handled by Barbados. Going to Hoya. Woo! And that, and that is how strong he is. Head coach for Barbados, John Stewart, giving him the one-handed palm up, basically being like, you're good, it's okay, I'm not mad, we're going to keep it moving. Nice serve from Mexico, handled by Barbados, going back to Hoya. Here we go, tip attempt, picked up nicely by Hernandez. Middle route, here we go to Diaz. Oh, sorry. Oh. We're on the net? Okay. Okay, sure. So Diaz on the roster sheet is listed as an opposite, as an outside hitter. But clearly he is a middle blocker at this point in time. There we go, outside. Woo! Big swing from Francis. Barbados down 11-13. Mexico has a 2-point lead right now. Nice floater. Handled. Right pin, off the block. Nice touch by Barbados. Yeah, bringing it back. Here we go. Free ball for Mexico. Not dead yet. Here we go. Nice middle route. Good up. Oh, scramble, scramble. Here we go. Nice rolly. Nicely picked up by Mexico. Right pin off the block. Oh, good block touch. Great defensive efforts from Barbados. Mexico just powering through, trying to use their hands on the way down, trying to get that misdirect. Ultimately ending in Mexico's favor. Really great look there. Got a couple players, got a hand up or two, want to get the floor mopped a little bit. Oh, a little bit of confusion. We have some great volunteers here, a lot of club players, a lot of younger players as well, just trying to, you know, be invested, be a part of the game, trying to help our players out, especially mopping up the sweat and making sure everything's good. So thanks to our volunteers for doing such a service to our athletes. Okay, free ball attempt here for Mexico. Calling under, yes. Yes, Hernandez getting back involved. They only had one rotation really in this last couple set of points that he wasn't in the front court, so now that he's back, I can expect a lot of volume to go to him. Diaz has also been really lighting it up. Barbados calling their first time out of the set, down 11-15. I think this is a really good use of the timeout. Gap's looking a little bit bigger, but if we can stop it now, kind of get on a 2-point run, we'll be 13-15 instead. We would also like to recognize that the 7 Chiefs Sportsplex and Chief Jim Starlight Center is named in honor of the first 7 Chiefs who led the Tsutsina Nation following the signing of Treaty 7. Chief Bullhead, Chief Big Belly, Chief Joseph Big Plume, Chief David Crowchild, Chief Jim Starlight, Chief Dick Big Plume, and Chief Gordon Crowchild. The 7 Chiefs Sportsplex and Chief Jim Starlight Center is proudly owned and operated by the Tsutsina Nation. The Tsutsina Nation was formally established in 1877 by the signing of Treaty 7, recognizing a fully independent culture with a long history of progression and innovation. We welcome nation and all non-nation members alike into our facilities. Come learn more about the distinguished history of the Tsutsina people and discover rich heritage and culture that has helped us thrive on this land for generations. We're back into play now. Whoa! Big block out of the timeout. Oh my goodness. Diaz getting the bulk of it. Olivia setting up really, really nicely. As a middle blocker, when you're blocking the pins, you have to, in a sense, what we would call close to the other player. So doing a really good job at setting that block up. Great pursuit here by Barbados to get that off the net. Running the middle, Diaz. Good dig here out of the backcourt. Nice. Oh, so close. I like that aggression, though, from Hoya. He's been doing a really good job at keeping it unpredictable. I think a lot of people would want to go for that easy free ball. Maybe in a situation like that, you want the easy out, but I like that he's trying to stay aggressive, trying to keep Mexico on their toes. Floater. Nicely handled by Barbados. Pipe ball. Rolly. Handled. Out of system ball, which is technically in system because the libero is so good. Nice pick up by Barbados. Here we go. Calling on a pin. Oh, yeah. Found the space in between the block and the net. Really good job from Dominic to stay just calm in the air, making that decision.
And we'll see a center substitution. Medina going for Soto.
Nakai back to serve for Barbados. Floater. High 2 here for Mexico, calling on the pins. High, up and out, no block touch for number 8 and Olivia. That's the right idea though. High, hard, and deep into that back section of the court is always going to score. Just trying to find that gap in between 6 and 5, especially no libero on the court right now for Barbados. Floater. Handled by Mexico. Oh, going behind with a platform set. Here we go. Nicely picked up by Hoya. Here we go. Big swing. Off the block and out of bounds. Barbados rolling right now. Dominic doing what he does best, which is getting points. Floater. Mexico nicely passed up here. Gonna run all of our options. Nice. We're gonna get Hernandez. Off the block and down. Yeah, those ones are tough because you think you've got more time than you do. The ball's up in the air. Everyone says, go! but you have somebody coming from a completely different section of the court trying to run in behind you. Your middle blocker could just kind of step and turn and pop it up, but like I keep saying, everybody's instinct is to turn and just look at each other instead of looking up. A little bit tough there, but that's okay. We play on. Mexico, nicely handled. A one-handed set. Trying to bring it back. Unfortunately, just a little bit too far. Jones is, to the best of my knowledge, the backcourt setter right now, so he can't attack and put that ball over. That would be a backcourt violation. So that one-handed bring back is actually a really heads-up play. Unfortunately, just went a little bit too far. Here we go. Nice set. Good. Nicely picked up by Mexico. No libero for Mexico at the moment. A little bit too far. Let's see what's going on here. Left side. Tip. Picked up by Mexico. Oh, a little bit of confusion there. Hernandez. Nicely dug by Thomas, but too much heat from Hernandez. Finding that line. Really great rally here. And Mexico's looking really strong. Barbados taking their second timeout. Just taking a little bit of a breather. They are down 14-20. Game's not over until someone hits 25 or goes up 2, so there's still time. Unfortunately, still no update on number 24, Nakaya, who was taken off in the first set due to injury. Still with the team currently, still on the physio bed. Doesn't seem to be in too much pain that we can tell, but still unfortunate to have an athlete be out due to an injury. Really wishing him the best of luck with his recovery right now. Seems to be in pretty good spirits, though, kind of hanging out with Dr. Chase McFarland. And there's still a lot of game left to play. Even if Mexico takes this set, Barbados still has potentially 3 sets to come back. We still got to play another one after this, too. A little tight, nicely handled by Barbados. Oh. Okay. Mexico's been putting the heat on for their serving now. Barbados is putting it in the proper zone, but Jones is backcourt, so that means, like I'd mentioned before, crossing the plane of the net to attack, that is illegal. But he's trying to bring it back, but now he's mistimed with his hitters because he's being forced into a different position. There we go, nicely up the net. Give a little bit more route here. Good. Nicely picked up by Mexico, going to the backcourt for Hernandez. Then down. Really nice whip from Hernandez. Really like that they keep going back to him. Gonna have a sub here. We're gonna have a double sub. Francis and Jones out. We're gonna see Batson and Reed come in. Reed will have hands. Batson is listed for our opposite now. Just going to give a little bit of a look. Probably going to give the guys a little bit of a breather. They know that this set is a little bit tough for them right now, kind of out of reach. Kind of want to make them reset for the next set. Let's go. That's what you need. Dominic coming in, saying, I'm not done yet. I don't care. I keep playing. Here we go. Mexico, nicely passed up, nicely handled by Barbados, coming over. Fortunately out of bounds a little bit there.
Mexico starting out. And their Hernandez back to the line.
Mexico back to the line, up 23-15 over Barbados. Floater, nicely handled by Hoyt. Calling the left pin. Yeah, swing on it. Yeah. Dominic just handcuffing Mexico's libero and Vasquez. And when you're at this point in the match, you're down 23-16. It is now Mexico's responsibility to finish off this match. Barbados has the responsibility to just play now. They get to be free because whatever they do, they know that they are further away. So if they want to build points, build momentum to the next set, that's awesome. It's now on Mexico and have the pressure to fill her out. Really great route here by Mexico. That was a nice, really tandem play. Great speed. That wasn't a high ball. That was an in system. Almost it was a shoot. Really like that. Look to Olivier. He's back to serve. Yeah, all Barbados gets to do now is just kind of play, kind of get some momentum back. It's Mexico that has to finish out this match. Potential set point here. Handled. Calling on the C ball. Dug by Hernandez. Going to the middle. Off the block and down. Mexico takes the second set. And with a much bigger gap than the first set. 25-16 over Barbados. We're going to switch sides again. We potentially still have a couple more sets of volleyball left to play if Mexico does not win this next set, but if they do, then we're done. I hope everyone at home is having a good time watching the stream. I'm going to sign off for a little bit here, but we will be back in a minute.
I'm not seeing anything out there. You guys do the Macarena if you want a t-shirt. Come on! You better say you're doing it. I'm not facing you, but I trust you doing it. Wow, we saw some good dancers up there. I guess you're sitting at front, you can't see all the competition behind you. And not just about that. Thank you folks for participating. Getting a little bit of stretch in between the second and third. Mexico looking to close it out to secure that fifth place finish in this U21 Pan American Cup. Remember, the World Championships is only a few weeks away, or even less than that. Some of these teams looking to compete against Europe, Africa, Asia on the big stage. So this is a great warm-up for both sides. And looking to find that final line and take it home.
What's the thinking about you guys in minus height and that stuff?
Okay, and we are back for the start of the third set. Mexico currently up 2-0 over Barbados. If Mexico takes this next set, the game is over. If Barbados takes this set, we play on, which is awesome. Had an early injury in the first set, resulting in number 24, Nikaya, getting taken off for Barbados and getting subbed in for Hoyt, the captain, number 17 of Barbados, who has just had, I think, a phenomenal game. He's been doing so well. Didn't get to see him yesterday at all, and then got subbed in due to injury, which is never the way you want it to happen, but still just achieving so high. Really excited to see him continue on for the rest of this match. Barbados back to serve floater, handled nicely by Mexico, running the middle right out the get-go. Yeah, really great decision on Mexico's end, getting Segnelli involved. Trying to open it up a little bit more. We didn't see a ton of middle going right at the beginning of this game for Mexico. They're really pin heavy, but now we're seeing a little bit more of a gap between everybody, getting everybody else involved. Nicely handled by Barbados. Yep. Good swing, good cover by Mexico. Here we go, free ball opportunity, out of system, jump set from the libero. Good touch here from Thomas. Out of system, going back to Hoyt. Hoya, so sorry. Out of bounds. Good swing though. Like that little jump set from Mexico's libero and Vasquez. It's quite nice. Medina back to serve, nicely handled by Barbados. Oh, going to the outside pin, and Francis getting a lot of volume today. Going back to the right side, off the block and out of bounds for Ayala.
See a little bit of net touch, but still with a good feeling high post. Here's Medina.
High 2 here from Barbados. Going back to Joe. Oh, yep, going back to Francis and blocked. Monster block there from Mexico. Medina back to serve. Nicely handled by Barbados here. Jones going outside, blocked again. Francis, they just have his number. They just know it's going to him. They're just camping out on him. There's no place to go. Topper. Good pursuit here from Barbados. Free ball for Mexico here. Calling on the, oh yeah, I like that. I like that overload. Number 3 for Mexico in Ayala, and number 21 for Mexico in Segnelli. Middle running a 50, right side running a 60, trying to get the blockers off guard, doing just their job. Gonna have a sub here. Francis is coming out for Barbados, and I believe that's Corey that has come in to swing. Yeah, off the block and out of bounds. Handled by Mexico. Oh, ambitious middle route. I don't mind that though. It was in front of him, just got a little bit too close to the tape. Unable to swing on it, but I do like that ambition of really checking it to the middle past the 3-meter line. That is a really hard set to make. Floater, nicely handled. Pin, yeah, into the cross court and down Ayala. Mexico up 7-2 over Barbados. Hoya really trying to rally his team right now. Mexico back to serve. Topper, handled. Oh, going behind. Yeah, off the block and down. Francis getting in there. And also my apologies, it was Dominic who was taken out for Corey, not Francis. Barbados, floater. Handled by Vasquez. Oh, what's up? Oh. Wow. Ayala really having a good time on the right pin right now. He's just been doing no wrong. Hoyo is right there, kind of caught it in his basket and able to pop it right back up in a playable manner, but it was up. Segnelli back to serve. No libero on the floor for Mexico right now. Nicely handled by Hoya. Oh, overpass and down from Mexico. Ayala patrolling the net. Yes, Ayala listed on the roster as a middle blocker, but playing in the opposite position right now. Lots of middles like to transition to an opposite. Still get to swing, still get to block, but you don't need to pass. Floater. Ooh, out of bounds. Ambitious serve. I don't mind that. And you know what? If it had been in, everyone would have been like, that's the greatest serve ever. So we can't be too mad about it. Mexico up 9-4. Francis back to serve. Handled by Vasquez. Out of system ball here. Just trying to pop it up to the pin. Yes. Medina finding Grajida. Letting him just swing away. Going off the block, in between the blockers. Mexico back to serve, now up 10-4. Handled by Hoya. Nice. Right back at ya. Off the block and down from Corey. Nice set from Jones to get it out there in a way that he had a couple more options available. Corey back to serve. Floater. Nice placement here. Mexico handles it accordingly. Gargida, power tip, picked up. Oh, a little bit off the net here. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice dig. Oh, here we go. Great defensive efforts by Mexico. Barbados, free ball. Here we go. Hoya off the block. And, oh, touched by Barbados. Rejected. Really great defensive efforts from both teams. Mexico still up 11-5 over Barbados. Gargida back to serve. Topper. Handled by Corey. Jones. Hoya. Between the block and down. Also, I do want to apologize for any mispronunciations of names. I'm doing my best. If anybody has any advice in the chat, I'm trying to also listen to our announcers to see how I can adapt the cat accordingly. Nicely handled by Mexico. Up through the middle. Free ball attempt here from Corey. Jones. Ooh, just out of bounds from Francis. Really good look though, that area is open. Thomas back in. No libero for Mexico on court right now. Mexico up 12-6. Still a ton of game left. Floater into the net. Jones back to serve. Got all three attackers in the front court for Barbados. Ooh! Clean ace goes through Gargida's hands. Oh, we got the ace chant up here now. Mexico's still at 12-8. Gaps becoming a little bit smaller. Nice floater. Out of bounds, though. Too much movement.
Remains at 5 for Mexico with Medina back to serve.
Mexico back to serve. Topper. Handled by Barbados. Perfect pass. Going the Hoyt. Off the block and out of bounds. Yeah, that's a great use. Going high off the block. He's been finding a lot of success with that throughout the match here. Floater. Nicely handled by Mexico. Perfect pass into the zone. Yeah, I can't be mad at that. Ayala just finding his way. Got a really whippy arm. Lots of snap on top of that ball. Just giving it kind of that. He's taking energy off of the ball to kind of get it to go to a half speed instead of trying to plant it. But that's really difficult for a six-back defender because you're trying to stay so deep and all of a sudden the ball is going to pop out in front of you. Nicely handled by Barbados. High two. Still a very playable ball. Free ball. Mexico. Calling on Gargida. Another power tip down the line. Finding lots of success there. Palavas still back to serve. Topper. Handled by Thomas. Nice swing. Do you get a piece of the fingers? Nope, just long. Mexico definitely expanding this gap up 16-9 over Barbados. Again, Barbados isn't playing a poor game. They're just not on the winning side of these points. There's a lot of really good looks here, but then coming the errors of going a bit too long or just getting blocked right down. It's part of the game, but they're not playing poor volleyball, but the score doesn't necessarily reflect that. Really good rally here. Nice self-cover. Yep, go and turn it around. Good decision. Oh, way to get underneath it. Mexico. Gargida down the line and in. A really great look there. Wow. Really quick rally there. I feel like these sets are getting a little bit faster, have a little bit of a lower ceiling, really trying to confuse the blockers and force them into an uncomfortable position. Barbados taking a timeout, down 9-17 here in this third set. If Mexico wins this set, the game is over. If Barbados wins, we play on. Mexico back to serve. Big foot violation there on the top spin. That's okay, taking a little bit of that longer stride. Linesperson made sure to throw that flag up right away. And for those of you who may be new to volleyball, when you're serving, much like the 3-meter line as a backcourt attacker, you are not allowed to touch the line when you are going back to serve. You can jump over it, but your foot may not actually touch the line. Nicely handled by Mexico. Ooh, holy man. Oh my goodness. Segnelli. Floater. Handled by Barbados. Going behind. Nice, off the hands and out of bounds. Really great swing there from Francis. Barbados down 11-18.
Continuing with that legacy today.
Floater. Handled by Mexico. Oh, okay. We're letting it go. Yep, out of system ball. Into the cross court and down through the block. Really good look here. Having a little conversation between Jones and Thomas, probably thinking that for Jones, it's a couple of steps off the net for him, has to turn those hips. For Thomas, it's a couple of steps as well, trying to go over that shoulder. Both trying to figure out who would be the better option to take that ball. Nicely handled by Mexico. A little bit of a tandem play there, trying to get the blockers confused. Grajina off the block. Nicely picked up. Oh, football! Nicely picked up from Thomas. Jones goes to the outside pin. A little bit of a power dump there. Power tip with the one-hander. Really good look from Barbados here. Down 13-18. Floater. Oh, okay, here we go. Getting Mexico a little bit out of system, running that C ball. No touch. Barbados, here we go. Only down 4 now, 14-18. Francis back to serve. Floater. Oh, a little bit of a snibbler off the net. Nicely picked up by Mexico. Brought back. Here we go. Free ball attempt here for Barbados. Yes, off the block and out of bounds. Corey doing a really good job at finding that outside hand, forcing the Mexico blockers now to make an adjustment to him. Really liking that look. Mexico taking their first time out of the match. Or this set, as Barbados is creeping back in, it's 15-18. Talking to the Barbados assistant coach before the match, and Valmy Stapleton, and she was saying that, you know, they've enjoyed their time here just outside of Calgary, Alberta on Treaty 7 land. But she said that they're flying back to Barbados tonight, so they don't really get to see anything that the city has to offer, unfortunately, and she was hoping for a little bit more time. But I know you got to do what you got to do to get yourselves home, but you know, these athletes are going to be tired, and then to get on a plane, I guess it's better to get home right away. But I do feel for Barbados. I don't know when our other teams are flying out, but they're in it for the long haul. We really appreciate that they've come all the way down here. Same thing with Mexico, Puerto Rico, Chile, the U.S. Thank you so much for attending our championship here. Nicely handled by Mexico. Off the block and down. Grajida finding that nice gap there.
One of the highest vertical touches per square inch.
Oh, Grajida has one of the highest vertical touches, allegedly, and I wouldn't put that past him. He is a high flyer. Out of system ball by Barbados here. Oh! Oh, just out. Really like that look, though. That's the zone you want to go into. Really want to find that there. Also, all participating NORCECA national teams are eligible and qualified to participate in the 2026 NORCECA Continental Championship, which is super fun that all these teams get to potentially come back. Handled, right side, off the block, good cover here. Out of system ball, Corey. Yeah, still trying to find that cross-court zone. It's going too wide now. Gonna call up for the double sub here. We're gonna get number 8 Batson taking over for Francis, and we're gonna have number 10 Reed coming in for number 7 Jones. But we did not a double sub in the sense of a right side taking out a setter. It was setter for setter and right side for right side. So we're still going to have our setter in the front court here. Floater. Handled. Passed up. Inside. Good use of an in-system ball. A tight ball. Sneaky dump from Mexico's setter, and Medina could sense the chaos that's transpiring here for Barbados. Barbados taking their second timeout, losing some of that momentum that they had picked up, down 15-22. Mexico back to serve, up 22-15 and up 2 sets to none over Barbados. If they close out this set, then our match is over. Nicely handled by Corey. Yeah, we're trying to run the middle. Nicely picked back up outside the net. Here we go. Getting back into position. Ooh, Gargida. Cross-court swing right into the lap of Thomas. Unfortunately, unable to pick that up. There's a lot of heat coming from him. I haven't seen him swing like that in a minute. He's been very shoddy, very what I would call efficient, especially as an undersized outside. You have to find a way to score because you don't always have the natural height to get over and through the block anyway. You have to find a way, but I like that. A bit of adjust here. Might have to go over because it, nope, okay, we're good. Yeah, off the block and down. Nice swing from Corey. A lot of people involved here. Also on jerseys, we were given a list of first name, last name, and then shirt name. And for Barbados, a lot of them chose to have a kind of a mix between last and first. Just wanting to point that out, that that's what I was given. Oh, free ball attempt here for Barbados to Mexico. Off the block, out of bounds. Someone was on the net anyway. Yes, I think Barbados has a really good showing this weekend, though, and I think that this isn't something to necessarily hang your head for. We're only at 24. I know there's still a lot of game left, but Mexico has a big gap here. Miss serve. Here we go. See, I said it. Now we've got more time. But when you come to these tournaments and then you kind of shake out the way that you are in your playoffs and in your pool play and everything, it becomes easy to be disappointed in your result and kind of forget how far you've come. And I know at a certain extent it's like, well, I'm here, so I want to do a good job. But just really wanting to encourage these athletes to still just have some fun here, Nicely run. Yeah, Diaz with the exclamation mark. And with that, that is our 5th place game. Barbados has now finished 6th. Mexico has finished 5th. I just really want to shout out both teams for such a great tournament. Now it's been a lot of travel, a lot of schedule change, a lot of accommodating. Really great group of young men and coaches and people that have been coming into the Seven Chiefs this weekend, and just really wanting to wish them good luck on their travels home, and just hopefully they can maybe stick around and watch a game unless you're Barbados and you have to go home right away. But yeah, and just thank you to all the coaches and the trainers for continuing to pour into these young athletes who hopefully will continue to play their sport as they have such bright futures ahead of them. Thank you to CBC for letting us stream for the viewers at home. Thank you to the viewers, and thank you to the rest of our team for letting all of this happen. Our next game is at 2:30, and it is Puerto Rico versus Chile for bronze. And then at 4 o'clock, it will be Canada versus US for gold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be back at around 2:15. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
this. Hold up. No matter what you say, what you do, I'm on my way to make you. These are things I've been on my side since 2005. Hold up. Just hold my hand even if you don't understand. Hold up.